Taurus. Hello, Taurus. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Joe. For those of you that do, thank you for coming back. This is a March 2021. It's just an open tarot reading. It's not going to be about anything specific, topic specific. I'm going to let Spirit and the cards bring out a message that, whatever they want to bring out. And if this message is for you, you'll know it'll speak something to you. But if it's not for you, just let it go. There's always another time where something might speak to your current circumstances and might fit with you. All right, Taurus. While I shuffle and pull some cards, just a little quick side note. I probably will be, if this video goes beyond 10-12 minutes, I will be finishing up with an extended. Okay, I'll get the bulk of the message out, but if I feel like I need to go further, I will be doing an extended reading. I will be posting that on Patreon. I just today opened up Patreon for extended readings and other good things available there. But the good news is, if you're interested in not only the extended readings but getting a free personal reading, I'm not doing personal readings anymore. I just don't have the time, but I will be for the first 40 people in tier 2 or 3 over on Patreon. I will be doing that as a courtesy for the first 40 people that join the second or third tier. Okay, so enough of all that nonsense. Check the description box below if you want to check out the extended reading. Taurus, you have some really cool cards, and I like this because the last two readings have been kind of, they've been a little weird. Actually, the last two readings were very specific to the point where I don't think very many people are going to identify with them, but that's okay. I really don't care. I just have to say what I have to say, and that's all that matters. So you have happy, a blessing on your boundaries, an infinite possibility. So Taurus, I immediately feel like you have to allow yourself to be happy. Your job isn't to make other people happy, okay? Your job is to make Taurus happy. And that doesn't mean in a selfish, egotistical, kind of self-serving way, but you can't put everybody before you all the time. And I think maybe you've done that, Taurus. Maybe you've lost your kind of identity a little bit. And so you're finally making some decisions to do things that make you feel happy, that make you feel like you love life, You have some really cool cards. I can't wait to do this reading. So again, you have happy. This is being in a truly genuine happy place. It's not just like happy. Like happy is sometimes emotion that can deceive us, because what makes us happy in the moment could be very fleeting, and then we're back to feeling deflated. I think this is all about the joy that you're finding inside, and the joy you're finding doing things that make you feel like you. All right, being authentic to yourself. And I think that you're having to you're having to put some people aside a little bit. It doesn't mean you're putting them aside, but it's like you have to do some things for yourself, Taurus. And I think that that's what you're doing in March. Going into March, you're probably already kind of experiencing this. You have infinite possibility. I think you know that, really it's up to you what you want to get out of life. And I think that you see that and realize that. And it's like you can't always be doing stuff for other people at your detriment, right? So definitely I think that's where this reading is going. And it's interesting because you have Justice and the Knight of Cups in the recent past. And you also have the Ten of Pentacles going into March, your current circumstance. Keep in mind, time frames are not exact. Those are subject to change and be, specific to your situation. But look at that. You have a lot of cups. So you're feeling good. You have two cups here. You have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And you have the Magician. You have the Justice card. You have a lot of really good things going on, Taurus. I really love this. I might not even need to do an extended. We'll see what happens when we go through the reading here. But like I said, if I go past 10 or 12 minutes, wow, we will do an extended. My cards are just kind of flying out here, so we're going to take them. Yeah, you're definitely doing what Taurus wants to do. I think you've made up your mind, maybe you've, yeah, Taurus, man, this is amazing. All right, I'm going to quit rambling. Let's talk about the cards. And you have the Two of Swords. I think recently you decided to do what you feel like you need to do, what's best for you. You need to do some things that make you feel good, make you feel happy. And I think you might have felt a little bit of guilt with this Two of Swords. Like you might have felt like, okay, if I do what I want to do, and I'm not like serving others or fulfilling other people's needs, I think you struggle with that. You might have had a little bit of guilt with that. All right, like you really had to decide that you're going to do some things for yourself. Finally, it's time for Taurus to do some things for Taurus, and I think that you haven't been doing that. So the happy. This is like genuine happiness. It's not that fleeting happiness like you know, you go to the store and you buy a new whatever, and it's like you feel excited at the idea of buying it, but then you come home and you have buyer's remorse. This isn't buyer's remorse, okay? You're not buying anything with your money, Taurus. You're valuing your own time and your own interests, and I think that that's like kind of the direction you're going. I think you're changing directions in March and really pursuing like the path of least resistance when it comes to your own internal happiness. But at the same time, you're going to meet resistance of others if you kind of understand what I'm saying. So you're not going to have that internal resistance. You're not going to be resentful that you don't have any. So let me explain it this way. So when you were doing more for others to an extent that it was it was kind of hurting you, emotionally. It was kind of like it didn't feel good to you, and like you had this resentment. So you had this internal resistance, but you were like doing everything for everybody else. Now it's kind of flipped around. It's like you don't have that internal resistance going into March, all right? But there's going to be some external resistance, and you're going to have to hold boundaries. You're going to have to do some things for you, Taurus. I really think that this is what this is about. I think you've had like some kind of epiphany, like, I have to make life what I want life to be. It's like there aren't any excuses. It's up to me to make the best of things. It's up to me to chart my own course and set my own destiny. And this infinite possibility is coming out here and telling you that there are no limits. And I think you realize that. You had Justice in the recent past and the Knight of Cups. Okay. I think that you realize that you were so focused on making other people happy that I think you realize that this is entirely in your control. You have complete and total control over this. And I think you realize, like, the universe isn't always just going to step in and give you justice in some weird kind of karmic way. It's like you have the power to bring justice into your own life, okay? And that's kind of the way I'm reading this. You have the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I think like you decided, like, okay, if I'm going to treat myself fairly, and I'm going to go after things that I value, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go big or go home. I'm going to do this with everything that I got. And I think the Knight of Cups is like, I think you're really pouring out your soul into nurturing what it is you're nurturing, whatever it is that you feel connected to, whatever it is that makes you feel like life is worth living, life is good, whatever gives you hope, whatever you love, whatever you perceive to, whatever idea, project, whatever it is that you love. It can be something, doing something physically, or it could just be a routine. It can be any number of things. I mean, really, you have infinite possibilities here, and that's what this Knight of Cups is about. It's like this is the infinite possibility, and it's whatever you make of this card. That's like that is really what you're really focused on, and I think that this is movement in that direction. Some of you, this might be to you might be moving on to things that, like, maybe you're doing work that you feel is mundane and pointless, or it's just not fulfilling. And so Or you're just looking for other ways to fill your jar in life, you know, to fill up that cookie jar, to store up and to save good things for yourself long term. It doesn't necessarily mean money, okay, but that is the Ten of Pentacles. And I see this jar, and he's counting every pentacle as he's putting it in there. And these pentacles are not just dull tarnished coins. These are like highly prized, highly valuable things that he's protecting and counting. He knows exactly what's in there. And so I think that you're wanting to fill up your jar in life in general. And in doing that, you're going to have to let some people wait. You're going to have to put some people on hold, Taurus. I think you've done a lot of serving of others, and it's time to do some things for yourself. I think that you've discovered a new passion recently with the King of Cups. Like you really discovered something that you like you kind of, I don't know if discovered is the right word, but you like kind of came across something, or you decided to pursue something or explore different ideas or different things, and it's like something opened you up to something completely new in your life. And it's like that's where your heart is. Your heart is where this King of Cups is. The Knight of Cups is you like moving toward this King of Cups and this Ten of Pentacles. It's like you are moving toward that. It's whatever that is for you. So you're making some big changes, some big decisions. I think, you know, with infinite possibility, it's like it's up to you to manifest or to orchestrate what you need to make this happen. And I think that you feel like you are like at a perfect time in life to actually do this, Taurus. You have Judgment here. And I did say I felt like you woke up and like just kind of realized that you were doing way too much for others and you weren't doing enough for yourself. You weren't caring for yourself. Excuse me. I think it's like you just one day decided, you know what, I'm tired of being this version of Taurus, and I want to come alive. I want to feel like I'm alive. It's just really what I see. It's like you're being resurrected from the dead in a sense, you know, because the Judgment card kind of depicts that, right? It's that resurrection from the dead. So it's like you're resurrecting your life and going on a completely different path forward. Two of Wands here. That's where you're heading in March. You're taking a big step, a big leap of faith with the Fool card, Taurus. So that's kind of what's going on for you. We're going to explore this a little more in the extended reading and see what could be in store for you in March, maybe going into April with this. Let's see what other cards come out. And I think you're really going in a fantastic direction. So if you're interested in the extended, check the description box below. Thanks.